Auburn, and I thought we played with a lot of effort. I saw some improvement in a lot of parts of our game, and with a minute and 26, we down by 5, have an opportunity to, on a wide open shot that we miss, and I was pleased with the effort, and you start to fifth game, you start to kind of find yourself. I'm proud of Ty Doucette, her fifth double-double, so she's been very consistent at what she does. And we talked about it before the game. Getting a double-double against the SEC team would be, kind of solidify her, her play. And I thought she did a pretty good job. I thought Brandy Williams played extremely well for us, and just attacking the rim, was 7 for 8 from the free throw line. I thought that was big. And we just didn't shoot it as well as we'd like to, but they had a lot to do with it. And still got some work on taking care of the ball, but we're going into this week is going to be big for us, playing at the University of Texas in Rio Grande Valley, to go there and play 2 games straight and kind of see what these young kids kind of respond to it. But we got Texas A&M Corpus on Friday, and then we'll have University of Texas Rio Grande on Saturday. Any questions?
Coach, as far as your ability to step up against a bigger opponent when things hadn't gone as well against lesser opponents as you like, just the mentality of the girls and the mental toughness of the girls to do that.
Yeah, I think it was good, and I think just the preparation was a little bit different. We knew we'd have to be able to defend them, and we went through the week and really working hard on the defensive side, and helping in a post against Thompson. She was All-American high school kid at 6'3", so. And I think they bought into it, and I think that them being more comfortable helped. So I think that's big. And you go into 5 games, and as coaches, we're working on our weaknesses as well as our strengths. And I thought they responded really well. That's the good thing about this group is they're fighters, and I thought they kind of fought through it. And we'll continue to fight. We talk about believing in one another. Even though maybe everybody else sees something different, we know what we're made of, and we got to continue to improve on it. So I think they have that in them, that eventually will come out when we can hopefully get more players out, where we can, like you saw even at the end of the game, we were able to press a little bit and create some turnovers. If we could, get a couple more players healthy, I think that could be big for us.
What did y'all do as far as the point guard and the protection of the ball? Was it different? Did y'all do it in a different way than y'all had been doing? Was anything different there?
I actually had spoken to a high school coach about the way we would break the press. The 2-2-1 press is what's been giving us some trouble, that zone press, especially with their length. And, just trying to use some different angles in passing and some of the cuts we did. We've worked on different sets, and I think we found something that was a little bit more effective. And I think that helped out a lot, And then, their decision-making, the more that they're put in that situation, the better they get. And, I mean, all 5 games we've seen it. We've seen the press. So I think we're getting a little bit more comfortable. And we're understanding that it's not only about breaking it, but it's attacking it, too. And at first, we wasn't attacking anything. It's like it's better to get a shot than a turnover. And I think they're understanding that, So they were being more aggressive, I think.
What about the confidence level? Did it ever wane in that, in a couple of the performances that weren't as planned, or did they understand that was part of the process?
I think for them, a lot of them have been successful in the past. That that's part of it. I think that's part of what they call the experience of playing in the Division I level. Is they have to go through it, and I think they went through it, and it was a struggle, for a couple of games for some of them. But they're understanding that it's the process that they're going to have to go through to get better. I like their attitude because when you come in and you work on it, you're not scared of it. We're not running away from our weaknesses. That's what I like about this team. They're like, hey, we got to, and they're watching film and they're spending some extra time on their own trying to figure this thing out, with each coach and our coaching staff. So, I think we'll eventually get it. So, it's again, I don't think their mental state, yeah, I mean, sometimes they feel less confident, but I think you're going to see as the season goes on, and hopefully by the time we get to conference, a different team.
You were 13 out of 48 from the field through 3 quarters, and it's still a single-digit game. Did you talk to your kids any about, a few shots go in, we're right there?
You know what we did? We did, before the game, that was one of my main things where we're not shooting it. You know, we're passing up shots. We're running plays. That's what we're doing. That's crazy. You know, you run a play to get a shot. We're supposed to be looking for shots. So that's what we talked about. And I think a lot of the young, especially the freshmen, they miss 2 shots and they don't want to shoot it again. And I'm like, man. And Brandy Williams is a perfect example. I think she was 3 for 13 or whatever. But she was 7 for 8 from the free throw line. So she started to understand that she had to get to the rim and all that. But you're going to miss shots. You know, we didn't shoot it very well, but a lot better than, and even though we had some turnovers, it's a lot better than trying to run some type of offense that we're not getting shots, you know. And I think, you know, our 4 out is really good, but I think we get so focused on running it instead of, you know, looking for the open shot. And I thought we did a better job. We just didn't knock them down. And, you know, the defense always has something to do with when you're missing shots, too.
What are you looking to get out of the tournament this weekend?
What's that?
What are you looking to get out of the tournament?
Well, you know, I think the biggest thing is playing back-to-back. You know, it gives you that opportunity to see if you can prepare to play one, you know, Texas A&M Corpus, and then turn right back around the next day and have another game and see how these youngsters, that's what I'm anxious to see, because that's kind of how the tournament goes, you know. I've always been a big component of, hey, you got to win this conference tournament. And so it kind of gives you that opportunity to see where we're going to be. I can't tell you where, but, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then not only that, we'll probably see, you know, Coach Chadwick at Texas Corpus coached my oldest daughter, and I know he's a full-court press, unless he's changed a little bit, but he likes to pressure the ball, and he's been real successful at that. So we probably see a lot of that on the road, and, you know, the more we see it, the better we get.
What's the stats on Kendall Bess?
It looks good. You know, she had a PRP injection this week to kind of finish off her patella pains and stuff, and this week is going to be big for her in practice. We plan on practicing her a lot this week, and then hopefully next week start playing.